First thing you're going to do is create a sprite by clicking the right-hand box so it says Create Sprite. And this will bring up a sprite. You should make sure that your canvas is 32 by 32. You can check the measurements in the side right here on the bottom right-hand side. You can also click the Resize button and change the width here. But we want to make sure that it's 32 by 32 for our efforts today. Let's explore now the basics. On the left-hand side, you'll find the drawing tools. This is where you'll find the drawing and color tools that you will need. Next to that, on the right of the drawing tools, is the frame panel. You can also animate your creations in Pixel. Here's where you see all the frames of your animations. You can duplicate and edit each frame. In the middle, and the biggest portion of the Pixel, is the canvas. This is where you draw your design, point, click, and drag the mouse to start to play around. And then finally is the live preview box to the right. This is where you will see everything so far, including the animations that you add. First off, you have the pen tool. This will create a small pixel box, one by one. You can either place down one by one like so, or draw by holding down and dragging along. You can go in any direction. If I wanted to undo this, all I'd have to do is press Command or Control if you're not on a Mac, and Z, and that will undo my previous mistakes. You can change the size of the pen by clicking here on the left-hand side from 1 to 4 boxes, which would look like this. It can get larger like so, and like this. This will create pixel boxes in a bigger size. If you wanted to erase, all you'd have to do is come down to the Erase tool on the left. You can either click on the boxes themselves, or just like the pen tool, drag by holding down and erasing. Let's see what a finished product might look like, and we'll explore the other tools. As you'll see, we have a finished product, and we're going to explore the other tools of Pixel with this finished product. On the left, you can create a rectangle or a circle by holding down and using the tools on the side where it says rectangle and circle. Let's undo those. If I wanted to change the color of my pen or any of the objects that I'm creating, I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I could change all the different colors from the rainbow and change the gradient of the colors by moving around the mouse on the gradient color wheel. The Move tool will allow us to move the objects throughout the canvas. Shape selection is going to allow us to take different shapes, the various aspects of this. If you wanted to move the shape itself, you'd hold down the Shift button, and you'd be able to drag and move, let's say, Dorothy's face off. To undo that, remember it's Command Z or Control Z. You can also copy and paste the different areas selected by Command V or Command C. The rectangular selection is going to allow us to again move objects based on a shape that we create. Again, by holding the Shift key down, we can move that object. To undo, remember it's just Command or Control Z. The lasso selection allows us to do a similar maneuver, allowing us to create. The lasso selection allows us to create a similar idea by creating a lasso or a circle around an object that allows us to move the object wherever we want. Now let's put it back together. The stroke tool allows us to create a line like so, back and forth in the color that we want. If we wanted to paint all the pixels the same color, we'd select this button with the paint bucket and a little swirl around it. This is going to allow us to paint, let's say, all the purple color green if our character was selected. Now she looks like the Wicked Witch. Now let's undo that. The paint bucket tool allows us to paint big colors in a vast area, like this. The Lighten tool allows us to go around and create different shades of the same color in the block. This will give us some shadows or highlights to our character. The Pick Color, if you've forgotten what color gradient you've chosen but you want to return to it, you can choose that, and that will change your primary color to the color that you have selected. And finally, the Vertical Mirror Pen is going to allow us to, within that canvas, create the same color on both sides of the canvas, like so. That's all you need to know so far with the tools